Well, I think that first of all starts with the fact that this is a prideful group that was embarrassed by how we played last year. And if you're not embarrassed, then you're not going to get any better. Because first of all, you have to identify that you're part of the problem. And then you have to decide what you're going to do to go about fixing it. And I have to say it started with them and with Ruben. You know, it started long before we got on the practice field. You know, the attitude was one of accountability, and it wasn't me putting it on them, it was them putting it on them. You know, they've heard it from everybody. I mean, how many, you know, unless they're oblivious to the free world, I mean, how many times can everyone tell you the offensive line, the offensive line, the offensive line? Well, it's a very prideful group, and I think that it actually started in December. When they started working out in December, I think that that's when it all started. I didn't think it waited till when spring ball started.
Every time we talk to you or your assistants about leadership, lead by example, I'm just curious, at some point, do you need guys to do more than that? Do you need guys to be vocal and say, hey, follow me?
What you need to do is you need the players to take over the team. That's what you need. If you're ever going to be a championship level team, you need the players to take over the team. And I'm not talking about the inmates running the prison now, but you need positive leadership to take over the team. That's what you need. So the coach's main job then should be about coaches X's and O's, not about coaching leadership. But you know what? You can't fake leadership. Either you have it or you don't have it. I mean, it's either you, and leadership sometimes can be in different veins. It could be good leadership or it could be bad leadership. Okay, but I think that if you're ever really going to be good, you know, the leader's got to rise. I mean, a guy like John Carlson. Okay, well, let's go back. John Carlson was not a leader here a couple of years ago. He was just a good, hard-nosed kid that was a good football player. Then as he rose into the position, it was time for him to take over. Brady was gone, and the guy had to step up and kind of be looked up to. He had that in him, and it just came out of him. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for more John Carlsons, that when their time came to step up, they stepped up. Okay, I think he needed to get better in a lot of different places. Okay, but I think he's first of all, he's a better leader. Second of all, he's better mentally. Third of all, he's better physically. Okay, he's more mature. I mean, what else is there? And there's plenty of room to grow. I mean, we've made huge quantum leaps, but there's plenty of room to grow. Well, it depends on whether you want to eat hot dogs or whether you want to eat steak. I mean, that's a loaded question. If I were the staff and I were on the winning side and I knew that I was going to eat steak and shrimp and all that other stuff if I won, I think I'd be trying like heck to win. Okay, we're on the other side. You want to eat hot dogs and beans, that's okay. You know, so I think that, you know, they're actually spending today and tomorrow actually game planning so they can try to win.
How much evaluation do you
Hey, food always works with this staff and this team. That's one thing I can tell you. Food is always a carrot that you can hang out there and they'll go for.